Do I think you can get as much weed as me if you did this grow and you were trying to grow a bunch of different strains and you were trying to breed and stuff like that? If you're using the same amount of electricity, I think there's no possible universe in which you would get as much weed as me, unless you were doing an outdoor grow, and then your quality would be way down. Like my outdoor is like not outdoor. Like it's like this plant needs some sun. I'm putting it out for like 2 or 3 hours. So when I think that when I talk about 3 pounds, everyone's going, okay, that sounds like 16 ounces. That sounds like 16 times 3. 6 times 3 is, oh gosh, I don't want to do math in front of you guys. It's 18. 18. Okay, so what am I trying to figure out? I don't like being put on the spot with math. Oh god. Okay, so 16 times 3. Okay, so 36 ounces. Yeah. How did I figure that out? So, because I was saying, I'm not good at math being on the spot because I'm in front of you guys, but like, okay, so there's 16, so 6 times 3 is 8, and that's how you got, and then you had to carry that, so that's actually 40, okay, that's actually a decent amount of ounces, and I think that, like, the reality is that, like, I'm shooting for 3, but I'm gonna be over 3, so maybe I am gonna actually have enough weed to not have to sell drugs. See, like, how do I sell drugs? I leave Colorado Springs in order to move drugs from Colorado Springs to other cities. And it's always because I sell drugs, except when my dad's in the hospital. And like, why am I guilty? It's because my dad's in the hospital. That's why I'm guilty of selling drugs. Because my dad was getting cancer treatment. I had to drive him to Denver. So like, generally, like every time I traffic drugs is because the law forces me to traffic drugs, but then they're saying, well, he's trafficking drugs. He can't help but drive to go buy drugs, marijuana, like, but then I start growing marijuana and they're like, no, stop. You're going over the limit, which, like, if I grew 6 plants, like I said, my bottom 6 plants, I would never have shit for weed. And my quality would never touch the dispensary because I'd have to grow, like, some, like, high yielders that are under 20%. And that's just how it is. All right, so, and then I wouldn't be able to go through seeds and I would never yield. I would never have enough weed for myself. Like, the whole idea is I have to sell drugs. Like, I don't think people get it. My understanding is the mayor doesn't even get it. Because the mayor, like, my understanding is not even Jewish. Like, yeah, you have no idea how it is. It's like, he looks Jewish. Like, and when you're a person that understands the situation, you understand, like, mayor seems like he's Jewish, but my understanding is he's not. Mayor of Colorado Springs. He has been lied to. He's a confused person until I snitched on Riverdale. And suddenly he goes, okay, so these are the maple people? Like, they're the, like, lost maples? Yeah, and the leaves change colors, and it's a camping area, and you don't have to pick up in Riverdale. Like, no one picks up in Riverdale. I'm the person that goes to Riverdale. Like, you understand? Like, I'm the person that goes to Oildale. I'm from there. Like, I go everywhere. I think that's why I was chosen initially. And like, I actually think it was because I didn't know what was going on. And like, that was like the key, is like, I had been tormented by these police for so long and I had no idea about the drugs. And like, I think that's why I got chosen, until it like turns into, motherfucker, dude. Like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I don't even know about the drugs. All I know is like, everyone wants to fucking kill me. And if everyone wants to kill me, I need to figure out how to do something about this. Apparently everyone's saying I'm crazy, but what happens to Epstein once he goes to jail? He hung himself! No one in the media cares. It's because the media killed him! Like, that's the thing about, like, okay, the people at the top of MSNBC killed him. People at the top of CNN killed him. People at the top of Fox News apparently didn't kill him, and that's who's on, like, Joe Biden's, like, most evil people list. My greatest enemy is the guy from Australia's kid. What's his name? The guy that, he's not from Australia. He's American now, but he's international, I'm sure. He's probably English. My greatest enemy is the guy from Fox News, from News Corps. I can't even remember his name right now. My understanding is he's not the one hacking people's brains. He's the one that's like an enigma. Like, no one gets how these religious nuts are so important until you find out they're that fucking stupid, and there's nothing you can do about it because like their hero is Kat Tempf and fucking Dana Perino, and trust me, I trust Dana Perino over you any day. And I agree, she's not from the lab. You should trust Dana Perino over me. I've always known she wasn't from the lab. Like, I think she's from Pueblo, and probably people know her because she's from Pueblo, and that's how she kind of got pushed up. But like, is George Bush from the lab? Waco's the lab. My understanding is George Bush isn't actually a drug dealer, though. He's a confused person. That's kind of how the lab is. It's confusing. Because not everyone from the lab is from the lab. Alright. You guys like this plant? This is probably my favorite. This isn't an intro. This is my favorite little one. I'm looking forward to what it's going to end up like. It's still young. You want to see Gorilla Bubble? It's frosty. I don't think you can see how frosty it is. Alright, well, life's a bitch. I don't think you guys realize, like, snitching on, like, everyone is uncomfortable for me. Like, I snitch on all my friends, and it's like, god damn. I feel like Dripping Springs gets framed, but it doesn't. I'd look into Dripping Springs. Like, I don't view it as part of the lab, but I think it's part of the lab. Like, I think that's kind of why these schools play each other a lot of the time. Like, okay, so do we use baseball teams anymore? Like, we always trafficked with my baseball team as a kid, and my dad's and my brother's baseball team, and like, my understanding is that was one of the reasons the cops hated me, because they were like, it's like hard to explain how like people will blame the kid because their parents traffic, and like, so like, my understanding is that like we don't traffic with Little League baseball teams anymore at all. Like, we always traffic with like hockey teams and stuff like that now. Yeah, like, we don't ever traffic with baseball teams. Like, that's what I've heard, but I don't know. All right, I'm out.